Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cure for Fear, where tonight we are going to be making ourselves homemade chicken fettuccine alfredo. This is one of the simplest and best homemade recipes you can make for yourself or for date night, though it's super dairy heavy and I don't know if I'd recommend it on a first date. Homemade alfredo sauce is deceivingly easy to make, and it will be sure to impress anyone that you make it for. And in my opinion, it beats alfredo sauce out of the jar every time. Homemade alfredo sauce tends to be a lot less sickeningly sweet and over rich and a lot less thick, which once you try it, you will not want to go back to the jarred stuff. Get out of here, ragu. You'll find that this recipe takes about 15 minutes to make. I just made it after I got off a shift. Let's take a look at the ingredients we're gonna need. You're gonna start off with butter, garlic, heavy cream, eggs, chicken breast, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, grated Parmesan, and, of course, fettuccine noodles. Now, eagle-eyed viewers will be quick to notice that this is actually linguine and not fettuccine because somehow I accidentally bought the wrong pasta. But you know, why not switch it up? And a good trick to remembering your pasta portion is it's about the size of an okay hand with the pasta in the middle. And of course, don't forget your dessert. Tonight will be mamba fruit chews, an important part of every balanced meal. Start off by filling a large pot with water and put it right on the stove on high heat. Don't forget to add your salt. And next, we're gonna chop our garlic. I'm a big proponent for chopping your own garlic. I don't know why. It's a lot easier just to get the jarred stuff that's pre-chopped, but it's kind of fun to do it yourself, especially if you want your hands to smell like garlic for the next 4 days. To do this, grab your garlic and flip it upside down and give it a good crush. This will make it a lot easier to peel apart. Then, you're gonna grab one of your garlic cloves and press down firmly with your knife. This will make it a lot easier to peel it from its little shell. And then, we're just gonna start chopping. We're gonna want a super fine chop for this recipe, and just keep going until you get it as small as possible. That's fine. A great tip I always use if I'm working on granite countertops is to grab a wet paper towel and place it directly under my cutting board, which will prevent it from sliding around. Now that our garlic is chopped, we'll put it away for now. Next, we're gonna grab our chicken breast, slice it open, and season with salt, pepper, and a ton of paprika. And then do the same for the other side. Now would be a good time to grab your portion of fettuccine, or in my case, linguine, and put it in the pot. Be sure to stir for a good 30 seconds or so to make sure none of the noodles stick, and keep stirring as we continue making the rest of the recipe. We're gonna set our timer for about 8 minutes, and we'll move on to the chicken. Start by taking about 2 tablespoons of butter and melting it into your pan, which is on medium to high heat. After the butter is melted, we're gonna grab our chicken breast and just place it down on the pan. This is gonna cook for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Wanna make sure it maintains some of that juice. Once you have your chicken placed down, take about 2 tablespoons of butter. I never said it was a healthy recipe. And place it down in our preheated medium-high heat pan. After the butter is melted, you can go ahead and add in your garlic. I added here about 2 to 3 tablespoons of garlic because I'm a garlic guy. But if that's not the flavor you're going for, add about a tablespoon or so. Then we're gonna let it simmer for a bit until the garlic is about translucent, or about a minute less than what I did here. Once the flavor from our garlic has seeped into our pan, we're gonna go ahead and add about 1 cup to 2 cups of heavy cream. I added about 2 cups here because I wanted some extra alfredo sauce to dip my bread in, but if you're just cooking for yourself, do about 1 cup. And then we're just gonna let this sit and simmer and reduce for about 2 minutes. As you can see here, it's starting to bubble over. That's a good sign, because all the water is escaping that cream and it's gonna start to thicken up. While you're letting it simmer, you can go ahead and get your egg yolks ready. We're gonna need 2 egg yolks for this recipe, and you can start by just separating the yolks from the whites by going back and forth. A good tip for this is to grab any kitchen towel and bunch it up around the eggshell with the yolk in it, so that way it's ready for when we need it and your eggshell won't go rolling around. After our sauce has reduced for about 2 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and grab our noodles from the pot and place them into our pan, and then you're gonna add in your grated Parmesan. Here, I would add about 2 to 4 tablespoons, but don't be afraid to be a little generous with it. I never said it was a healthy recipe. But most of our flavor is going to be coming from the cheese. Once that's sprinkled in, you're going to go ahead and lift your pan off of your cooking surface to bring it off of the heat. As you're holding your pan, add the 2 egg yolks and begin stirring. With the pan off the heat, this is going to prevent the egg yolks from scrambling, and it'll just give us that nice creamy texture. Keep stirring those in, and even add a little sauté flip if you're feeling fancy, or like getting alfredo sauce all over your clothes. And we're ready to plate. Finally, we're just going to grab our cooked chicken breast, slice it up nice, and place it directly over our plate. Looks pretty good, huh? Be sure to arrange it nice for yourself. You eat with your eyes before your mouth. A homeless person once told me that as I was walking downtown. Finally, finish off with a little bit of parsley, and there you have it. Perfect homemade chicken fettuccine alfredo. Let's eat. Okay, sweet. Let's give it a taste. God, that is just the best. And the chicken's so juicy and flavorful. It's such simple ingredients, but man, it kills. And such a good comfort food too. It's the best. Pretty dairy heavy. I don't know if I'd recommend this for a date night. It's a perfect like after work thing. Oh, and it's so simple and impressive. Even better when you use the right type of noodle. Well, hey, how was your day? Mine was pretty good. I helped my mom's friend move, which I think I deserve a medal for. If I never had to move again, it'd be too soon. It is the single most stressful and overwhelming thing I think a person can do. And then doing it for someone else. But it felt good to help. And then I went into work about 5 today. I work at a pasta and pizza restaurant as a line cook. And it was a pretty chill night. It was a Monday, which are never busy, so that was fun. And I got to help roll pizza dough, which is always a blast. What have you been up to? What's new in your life? Pretty cool you cooked for yourself. That's a huge win. It's not always easy to do that, and there have been so many nights where I've gotten home and the last thing I want to do is cook for myself. But I think it is really important to show your body and your mind that you're caring for it, and you're getting that most fundamental human need, and that's nourishment. So, good job on you. I think we outdid ourselves. Good job. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight, and thank you so much for hanging around me. I hope you have a super safe and cozy night, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.